All right, we're live right now. Let me just send a link in there. All right. You got 2 people in here. Let us know who's in here, bro. Who's in here? Who's in here? Who's in here?
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of y'all to be speaking up throughout this live show.
What is that on the side of your face? Other way. Something on your cheek, bro. It just fell.
So
What's up, bro? Q. Damn, Q responded quick. That's a first, huh?
he
Trill.
posted his season recap too. That's also a first.
Big Keys. Trill. Bishi. David. Mickey. Few people in here quick, huh? Red Smith. Jay Strick. We got 11 people in here. We're going to start when we get to like 17, 18. Hopefully we get that many people in here. This is important information. And we're going to need some voting and shit like that. So it's going to be up to y'all.
And Sterling's gonna have a crazy defensive back room.
Really?
Yeah, there's quite a few guys in here that he's gonna be first place for.
Bobby?
Present.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started, bro. We probably not gonna get that many more people. Franco's in here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know where Sterling's at. Let me tag Willie, Sterling. Who else is not in here? Leo's not in here. There's Weeks. We're missing ECU. We're missing Georgia Southern. Willie is here. Georgia Southern, ECU, West Side, Dane, Sterling.
Sterling's here.
All right. Oh, Leo's here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So obviously, this is going to be more of like just like a talking thing, just because we're not doing any rankings or anything. Fredo's in here too. So basically, obviously, the last season kind of slowed down. The last 2 seasons, we're getting to a point where people are starting to get checked out. Obviously, we saw Christian leave, and then he had some stuff going on, I guess, and then we saw Alberto kind of check out.
Yeah.
He was winning too. That's the crazy part. So we understand that it's getting to a point now where we're kind of dragging along. We have 3.5 months until the release of the next game. Well, really 3 months until the release of the next game. We're not just going to cold turkey stop playing, because I think 3.5 months without playing at all could be a detriment to the league when you're talking about activity when we come back. So we have a few different ideas that we're going to do to kind of keep things fresh. We obviously are going to play this season still. The season 9, but we have a few different ideas, and we kind of know what everybody wants to do, just because we got to keep playing, y'all. I mean, we're gonna have to play at least 2 or 3 more seasons, and and that'll put us right about mid-May. Which I think if we stop playing mid-May, that gives us about a month and a half or so to take a break. That's about what we did last cycle. And I think a month and a half is solid. I don't. I think three months off is way too much because then people come in and they don't really care anymore. They go find a different league, and then when they invested in that league, they stop playing here. So we definitely got to play. But so kind of the idea is, do you want to keep talking, Brandon, or do you want to say anything?
No, you can keep going for now. See what you guys say.
So basically, the ideas that at least I have is I don't know about y'all, but if you are like myself, this was pretty much the primary league I was in. I wasn't in any other NCAA leagues this cycle, and in doing that, I wasn't really playing head to head online. I didn't play any MUT or anything like that, so I didn't even get to use any of the real NIL players. And that's kind of how it was last cycle. I played a little bit with NIL players, but it kind of sucked getting San Jose State. By the time I got to Clemson, all the real Clemson players were gone. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up and saying that is because one of my ideas I had was we can play season 9 through season 9, and then for technically season 10, we could essentially reboot, and based on the all-time leaderboard, we'll pick all the really good teams. So if you're at the bottom of the leaderboard, you'll get the first pick, and you can pick Ohio State, Georgia, Oregon, LSU, Clemson, whatever team you want, and we'll run all the way to the top of the leaderboard. So obviously, if things stuck the way that we stuck now, I'll have the last pick of the quote unquote good teams, and then we'll just play like a Power Four season. What's up, Westside? So we can actually use the NIL players, because I think that would be fun using the actual players in the game. Because once they're gone, they're gone. I mean, you can't use them anymore. So that was one idea I had. Let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all are not interested in using the NIL players, then cool. But I just don't want to keep dragging along the teams we currently have and people not caring, and also playing 7, 8 CPU games. Because if we were to do that, then we'd have a full user slate of games, and I think people would be more invested if there's 4 conferences of 8, 8 users. I mean, you're playing a whole maybe one CPU game the whole season, and then obviously we have a full user slate of playoff games as well. So I think that would be pretty dope, either after season 9 or after season 10. And I'm gonna let Brandon explain the other idea that he had. The one that you were like drafting teams. Remember?
Fuck.
I mean, I can explain it if you want. It's up to you.
Well, before you get into that, because I don't really remember about the drafting team process, but obviously, season 9 makes 20 seasons of BYL. We went 11 seasons last year, so we're definitely going one more to mark 20 seasons of how the landscape of BYL is right now. I do know, like, once we get past season 9. And so let's say like somebody gets offered, like we've seen Trill get offered Iowa. He was like maybe 4 years ago I would have took it. We're getting to the stage now where you don't have enough time to go to another school and build them up. And if our goal for BYL this cycle is to go 10 seasons, which probably is what it's looking like for mid-May. That last season, we can do what Steven is talking about, which is kind of going to the Power Four landscape and just one last really competitive season where we playing all users. But yeah, I mean, I don't really remember the drafting. I know we talked about it a long time ago, but you would have to refresh my memory.
So the draft thing was that we stay at these schools, and we would choose the 4 top highest win percentages. So I think it's me, you, David, and Trill, or me, you, David, and Sterling.
Oh, you talking about the but that's more of like a competitive landscape of like how we can like make the games more competitive. I don't know if we would be able to like move them to a
Yeah, I
higher
mean,
school.
I like the idea of playing through season 9 and then season 10, just everybody kind of resetting and all using, the good teams, quote unquote, um, and kind of just doing a Power Four dynasty or Power Four season for the last season, because I think that would be competitive. I mean, if you look at it from perspective of, okay, if Zach, Dane,
Because they will beat you. I mean, you can
yeah, like Zach,
call it what
Dane,
you want. We've
Xavier,
seen.
like the users who don't have the best team now, but if they go get the Texas, the Alabama, the Georgias, and Ohio States, and then the other people at the top, Steven, Brandon, Trill, David, we're stuck with teams like Louisville, um, who else? Baylor, like teams like that, and then you have to go play against those guys. I think it's gonna be more competitive, and I think it'll be a competitive season.
And then we'd like Justin now saying that he would keep Temple, and then we had Fredo to comment that he's taking fucking
Yeah,
Army.
we would put a list of teams that are
We'd
available.
have like it'd have to be to a point to where the last season is super competitive. Like we saw fucking Fredo get Missouri and he was using Hardy and like nobody could stop him. And he won the SEC. So or was it fucking Weeks won the SEC or something like that? Because I mean, if you get these guys at really good teams and like me, David, Steven, and like he said, like we're at Baylor's and stuff like that, I do think it's going to come to the point to where you're going to get got. Um, like the recruiting cycle, it wouldn't be that competitive, stuff like that. People would
We wouldn't even
probably
recruit. I mean, because we're
yeah,
only
we
gonna
wouldn't even recruit. I mean, it's going to come to the point in 2 seasons in BYL. So we'll play season 9, and once we go to season 10, once people realize that that's the last season of BYL, they won't even go in there and offer a scholarship to anybody. And that's just kind of what it is. So
yeah,
um,
and that's another reason why I think instead of staying with what we're doing now, like I said, like the teams we are now, there's no point to even. So let's say we're saying so season 9 is our last year. Let's say we announce that right now. Season 9 is our last year with your current team. Like I'm not going to really. There is no reason to go inside my recruiting board. Like there
and
is no
then
reason to go do
my
all that.
thing is like we gotta find even playing ground when it comes to like announcing our final season because you don't want people to be like because towards the end of the season now like we've seen it with Dane like he was like it's the end of the season just go ahead and give Northwestern the force win like we've seen like people just give out force wins once they realize it's the last season we got to find like a playing field of like even to even it out to where we force people to kind of just finish it out. Once you like, we gave you the option, like Berto, we gave him the option to either stick it out with us or like wait till 27. And we had like 20 something thumbs up. So if we do announce our final season, there's no like oh let's not do our recaps, let's just give force wins whenever when we're 6-6 or 6-4 when we realize we're not making the playoffs like the last 2 games we're gonna give a force win out. We got to be able to finish it out. We gave people the options to back out, and if you didn't want to back out, and we all come to an agreement to something, we all got to be bought into it because that's the only way we're going to be able to finish the league out strong is if we're all bought into whatever we do.
Yeah, and I think I mean, like I said, if people are wanting a break, it's another 2 seasons, then we're going to be off for a month, and
That's
then once
another
we
thing with the break that we were going to talk about. Well, that's the reason why we didn't announce the
off
season
season.
the schedule. We can go on and speed through this off season schedule, but my vote is there's a BYL trip where people leave out as early as Friday morning. Um, and they're not going to be back until Sunday night. My vote is if everybody needs a break and it's just they don't have no time after this all season ends, which will probably be like Tuesday. I mean, we'll have a break from Wednesday all the way to Sunday night, and I guess on Sunday night we can kick off season 9. I know Westside mentioned it the last time we went on a break. Everybody was mad about it, but he felt like the league actually needed it. Um, but yeah, I think we should. Once this off season ends, I think that we shouldn't actually start season 9 until on Sunday. So that's kind of my vote for that. But I mean,
I mean, we're
everybody.
not going to get through. We probably wouldn't get through the off season until Wednesday or Thursday, realistically, anyways.
I mean, it
Uh,
just depends if we did a little 12-hour shit that we've been doing. We can burn through it, but I mean, realistically, I think we should hold off until Sunday because let's say we get to week 1 and now all of a sudden you're stuck from week 1 from Thursday to Sunday. It just no point for to hold the league up that long. I think we should actually take a break.
yeah, I mean, he said, "Give us 2 weeks off. I go on vacation." Yeah, we're not waiting that long, bro.
And then
Trying to.
yeah, I mean, the April 9th through the 12th, I leave again. We're gonna be going again, so. But I don't really care about that. I mean, I can take a couple forced losses because I go out of town for 9 days the same season, so it don't really matter to me.
I'm trying to think. What else was it?
But I mean, now that y'all are in here, I mean, y'all can kind of give y'all's opinions if y'all like want to finish it out the way that we have our landscape out, or do y'all want to go to the Power Four one last like on season 10? It'd be the
I'm gonna put the poll in the announcement tab. So just go vote in there, so that way it'll stay in there.
but I also want people's opinion too, because there's not everybody's not in here, and there's gonna be a lot of people like, oh, what the fuck happened in the live show? Um, but yeah,
I'm about to post it now, y'all.
I mean, there's 8 of us, and most of us are all in the Power Four.
All right, the poll is up in the announcement tab. I'm about to go tag everybody in there now.
Well, I mean, I agree with Leo when he says not disinterested, but people are actually voicing their opinion. Like we've heard multiple people say they're just here because they want their spot to be locked in for 27. We heard multiple people say that, so it is a fact that they are not interested in the game no more. And we, as commissioners, we realize when we threaten the league, like if you don't finish 26 out with us, then you don't get to come back, or your spot's not going to be whatever for 27. It's like we're forcing people that aren't interested in playing the game no more, and it's causing us to have last minute advances where they don't want to play the game until the last minute, or not eager to knock their games out, or it comes to the point where they're just giving out a fucking force win because they realize their season's over with.
Yeah,
So we basically just gave them the option to just if they want to hang it up, hang it up. But when it comes to the way, like I'm pretty sure, I mean, we haven't got no videos or anything like that on 27, but eventually we've already started talking about 27 as commissioners. But there's gonna be a live show eventually of like how we're gonna go about 27. And if you don't finish the league out with us, there will obviously be something there. But I mean, if you want to back out and come in 27, um, you obviously be treated different, but I mean, your spot will still probably be here.
only 6 people voted. We got 21 people in here.
Yeah. I mean, people probably are on their phones too, and once they close out, they might cancel.
Um, I mean, it's 5-2 right now to stay with the current, and I mean, I have no problem keeping it how it is, but I just want
Yeah,
to make.
me neither. I mean, I can finish it out with Georgia, but
I just want everybody to understand that, like, if we're going to do that, then people need to still play the game because we all voted to keep playing. So
yeah, only one person said they didn't want to play anymore, and
Alberto,
Leo had the like he made a announcement that he had 1 year extension. So I mean, he's obviously playing another season.
um, yeah, I mean, other than that, um, I mean, I think for the off season we should just kind of not really put out an off season schedule, um, or just move literally one stage a day. We could do that because we're at stage one, so then we
Did
can.
you read what Pelf said? I'm trying to read.
Yeah, he's saying if you're gonna switch teams, just do it now.
Well, I don't. I mean, would you have what 2 years of NIL? Is that what he
Yeah,
said?
it's eight
I
four
mean,
right
it's
now.
more so like what the league wants to do. We're not gonna fucking because
Yeah,
people like BYL because of the landscape that we do. We don't want to just we're gonna change it because that's an ideal we came up with. It would have to be like a unanimous decision by the league. If that's something that y'all want to do, go vote on it, and then we'll go from there. But if there's a lot of people that don't want to do that, then we'll be where we're at.
yeah. And like I said, it's we could. I'm cool to stay where we are. As for now, give everyone a break with a lot of members taking the trip and fire back up when y'all get back. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe we'll just do a 24 hour advance every stage, I mean, that would put us at stage 2 tomorrow night, stage 3 Tuesday night, stage 4 Wednesday night.
I kind of
Position,
want to be done with the stages before we start leaving, though. That way, we're not get on remote play and knock out. I kind of want the whole entire off season to kind of be done by the Thursday night at least, if we're going to drag it out.
yeah, and not worry about the game at all.
Yeah, because I mean, if we drag it out too far, it's going to come to the point where, because realistically, we could really do how our normal off season schedule is, the 12-hour thing, and then allow us to do our whatever the initial boards, and then once we come back, the season just kicks off Sunday night versus we're coming back into a phase where we're still in off season
Yeah. Um,
because the initial boards is still technically the off season.
8 people have voted to just stay. That's 25% of the league. So
I mean,
we're, we're just gonna stay.
I've thought about just myself. I mean, I'm not like I was gonna be the last one to vote. I don't care what we do,
Well,
but
I mean, I it's not gonna be a majority rules thing.
yeah,
Like
it definitely won't.
like 28-4, or 8 people already said no. So I'm just gonna delete that message and we're just gonna stay with the current format. 9 said 4 now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there'd probably be 10. I mean, there'd probably be more, honestly,
yeah,
because
we're just gonna stay with the current format. Um,
yeah, I agree. Go to the initial boards and then we'll hold up. So I think realistically, I think we should keep our how we've been doing the last two seasons, the 12-hour thing. I think we should keep it that way, and then that way we're once we come back, we'll have like Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, season 9 kickoff, and we can probably. I mean, I'll be back Sunday afternoon at night. We could probably do like a live show and like host a game of the week or something. Who knows?
um, all right, bet. I mean, I think that we're good then. We'll play through season 9 and season 10. Well, we'll see how season 9 goes, I guess. How
Well,
long?
we're definitely going to do season 9, uh, and then I mean,
10 is
if
just
it's
gonna
some
be 10 will be tricky with timing, depending on if everybody can buy in and we can get 5 or 6, 7 24-hour advances, we can get through season 9 relatively quickly. If we could get through season 9 by April 10th, April 11th, then we should be able to do another season. That'll put us at the beginning of May, second
uh,
week of May, and then we could chill for a month and a half. But
I mean,
if
slower doesn't mean bad, but also once you move too slow, people do get
people are gonna
it
stop
gets
caring. Like,
draining people, honestly.
yeah, like we can't do. I saw earlier. Leo said, "Let's do a 72-hour advance." Bro, there's 15 weeks in the season. Like a 72-hour, that's 45-day league, bro. Like that's crazy.
And realistically, I think we might have finished season 8 in like 20 something days, like 22
Everybody,
days, something like that. It was a pretty decent season, but towards the end, obviously, we've seen people slow down.
yeah. And what's the matter? And the problem with doing a 72-hour league is if I play as soon as we advance on a Monday, then we don't advance till Thursday, and my opponent can't play until Sunday. Then I played. My last game was 6 days ago. It's like you don't even care about the game no more. Like you're not invested in your team or nothing. Hey, stop it. Relax.
Because I mean, what we'll do, like, if we go through the off season normal, do our fucking live show for the fucking scheduling or whatever we did on like maybe Thursday night, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, people aren't even going to care. There's gonna be a lot of people that's going to be gone, and the fucking chat will probably be popping. We probably seen a lot of videos in there. Who knows? Those 3 days will fly by super quick, and then Sunday we just fire right back up. So I mean, it's obviously a week break, but it's not that bad, and it's probably what everybody needs, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I think we good. I mean, I think we got everything we needed to get out. All the information. Um, what are you doing, bro? But yeah, On that note,
On that note, we will see y'all boys.
on that note, because Limp in here just saying shit, bro.
Hopefully your meat actually ain't your lip. Well, if you do show me. All right, I'm out.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in the chat, bro. This dude
All
tripping.
right.
What's the matter, bro?